Thank you, Cathaoirleach. It's not very often I get an opportunity to speak on this issue, and I just wanted to use the brief time available to me on behalf of myself and indeed my constituents to convey again my great thanks and appreciation and to commend key workers across the country for their ongoing dedication and commitment to their roles, which has allowed us to be in a position to respond effectively and deal with the onslaught that we had recently. And I am especially thoughtful of the healthcare workers in care settings, in homes and in our hospitals, and to the doctors and nurses, care assistants, cleaners, porters, everybody associated with that mammoth effort that has saved many lives and that has helped and assisted those that passed on to the next life in the absence of their families. We commend you and appreciate, and I hope that in a post-pandemic atmosphere that the government will be in a position to build on the alliances and the relationships it's had with the private sector in a bid to help and assist meet the demands that will be there in a non-COVID setting thereafter in relation to non-COVID care that is required, and the huge waiting list that we are cognisant of too. The data on vaccines and the scientific evidence emanating from those countries that have more advanced programmes to date, of course, is encouraging, of course is a great source of help and hope to many of us and to our wider population. And that is despite the great frustration, anxiety and fear that exists, despite the acknowledgement that we have to assume for the mistakes and the mixed messaging associated with our programmes over the last number of months. But they accept that in the knowledge and the expectation that we conduct learnings and lessons from those mistakes. I specifically want to comment and maybe question, as a result, the huge and profound commitments that were made by the Minister and the Taoiseach and the Government, which we welcome, of course, in relation to that commitment that 80% of the adult population can be vaccinated and will be vaccinated by the end of June. The commitment and the expectation and the belief on foot of those commitments too, that up to 250,000 vaccinations per week will take place in the coming weeks and months. That, of course, is to be welcomed. That offers that hope. That offers the light at the end of a very dark tunnel that has been a lot longer than we expected when we stood here or in the chamber a year ago as this problem was in front of us. And I want to say that those commitments surely were made against the backdrop of knowledge and information via NEFIT, via NIAC, in relation to supply issues, in relation to vaccination rollout, in relation to logistics associated with it, but yet we see some problems in relation to the GP route. And I hear the explanations that have been emanating from the Minister and others, and would hope that that is resolved soon. But I want to say and hope that, you know...
Sorry for interrupting. Do you wish the Minister to reply to your individual...
If he can, or if not, in writing thereafter.
All right, okay, thank you. There is 7.5 minutes left in the slot and the two more speakers.
Yeah, all right. You know, you've interrupted me for a minute there, so I'll allow that.
I know, I couldn't resist the temptation.
Thank you. And the commitment in relation to other cohorts, and you mentioned one here today, thankfully, that we'll see next week. All I would ask is consideration to be given, considering huge commitments have been made, and profound ones, as I said, that there must be now a means and a mechanism by which indications can be given as to start dates for the different cohorts right through to 15. All I want and all my constituents want when they contact me or anyone else in government or a member of this Dáil is to be able to say to them, yes, you are due to commence on such a date. And if it has to be amended, so be it. But that's the sort of simple, easy to relate information we'd like to see emanating from the processes that we engage in, such as this.